Alrighty. We have Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, the director's cut. I've updated the Steam and the stream and everything. I don't know how this looks on your screen. It should be fine. Right, that's not coming through my fucking. Bear with me.
I've always associated my beloved Paris
Fucking stuff was coming through
with
my telly.
death.
Right, this is a fucking good point and click game. Your big man, Charles. Thank you very much for hanging about, especially for like an hour and a half of that fucking shite game. So audio levels could be all over the place for this because I'm not. It's the first time I've like fired it up on Steam on the stream. But this is one of the games that, well, the original of this anyway was one of them that made
I was
me,
at home having a bath when my
clicks.
editor called.
Collard, get your ass over to the Palais Royal now. You got an interview. With Pierre Carchon. Yes, the Pierre Carchon. No photos, so leave your gear at home. He asked for you personally. Don't ask me why. Anyhow, this could be big, so if he makes a pass, don't forget. Just smile, say yes, and keep taking notes.
So charming and so very apt. Pierre Carchon was a media king, a national hero, and one of the most infamous adulterers in Europe. He and his wife Imelda were just one step down from royalty. Whoa, I hate mimes. But unless you humor them, they don't go away. Here I was, the palace of the Media King and the Ice Queen. I
Ice
pressed the
Cream.
doorbell and set in motion a chain of events which would change my life forever.
Yes? What is it?
Madame, my name is Nico Collard. I'm here to see Monsieur Carchon.
Come up, we're on the first floor.
Scientologist. That
Madame
might have
Carchon, it's a
been
pleasure to meet you.
the baddie.
Yes, I'm sure.
The Ice Queen was certainly living up to her reputation.
I want to put subtitles on, but I think if I hit escape, it's going to come out of the.
Will you be staying
stuff.
for the interview?
Mademoiselle, I know little of my husband's business affairs, and I care even less. I certainly have no intention of watching him pore over yet another pretty little journalist.
Pretty. You're too kind, madame.
Some motherfucker going to get shot.
The talented and very beautiful Mademoiselle Collard. Such a pleasure to meet you at last.
Monsieur Carchon, I am honored.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
Call me Pierre, please. But I do not flatter you idly. I was a friend of your father. He was a great man.
My father, he never mentioned.
He and I were very close. And then his death. So tragic. I must... Imelda, your damned cat's in my study again. Another Ming vase, I suppose. Excuse me for one moment, my dear girl.
You journalists are getting younger each year.
Perhaps it's the rest of the world getting older, madame.
Sick barn.
That was no cat.
God, what? Monsieur Carchon!
Why would you go up to him?
He's dead. I must call the police. You'd better stay here.
There was a man. It was the mime. Do you think he...
Well, I believe we can rule out suicide, don't you?
No wonder they called her the Ice Queen. She would have been top of my list of suspects if I hadn't seen the attacker myself. And if I hadn't come across a couple of murders just like this already. One of the most important men in Europe murdered. And here was I, Nico Collard, alone at the scene of the crime. Should I wait for the cops? Or start my own investigation? It was a no-brainer.
Yes. Right. Audio? No. Is there no subtitles? Surely there's subtitles. Playing the Real Angels and Demons Da Vinci Code. Good power. Exactly, there must be a... Right, okay. Right, subtitles was on. Apparently. Okay. Move the mouse pointer around the screen to discover areas of interest, which will be indicated by an animating blue circle. When the pointer passes over an object which you can interact, it will change to an animating icon, reflecting the available action. Press the left mouse button to perform the action. Click on the briefcase. Briefcase icon will open your inventory and display the objects that you are carrying. The diary icon will access the diary, funnily enough. Question mark to get puzzle hints and interface help. Spanner icon to save and restore the game, and it just sends. These icons can be found in the lower section of the screen.
The bookcase was filled with obscure first editions.
Oh fuck, right. They're very small subtitles.
It contained rows of titles I didn't recognize.
Can you edit them? No. It's gonna be really small. I need to go for a quick pee anyway. And then we'll get proper fired into this. I'll stream for a wee bit longer as well. Aye, that's fucked. Like, those subtitles, they're tiny. I'll stream for a wee bit longer and make up for that shite fucking game. But we'll go for a wee break now. Go and treat yourselves to a wee pee and a wee drink. Just don't drink your pee. And I'll see you soon. Hello! That's me back. So I was thinking there, I was like, oh, maybe there's like a mod for this where it restores the subtitles to how they originally looked, but there's none. And then, as you have said, Vixen, you have to change the resolution of your desktop, which would then change the subtitles. Which is a fucking stupid way of doing it. Yeah, you thought it would be the coloured ones like before. Yeah, I thought it would be that as well. But I think we'll just crack on for now with the small subtitles, and then I'll do a bit of fucking around with it tonight, so that way that tomorrow, no, not tomorrow. Wait, what day is it today? It's Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah. So that means on Thursday when we stream, it should be all hunky dory. But we'll crack on the way it is now. Right, he's dead.
Mimes and guns don't usually go together, but I had an idea that this was no ordinary mime. I'd come across this murderer before and written about him. The costume killer, at least that's what I'd called him.
Just do all the new scenes and switch to the old version. It's either that or we just fucking play the old version.
It was one of my hair clips. My favorite, in fact. It must have fallen when I was knocked down. Some people hate searching corpses for clues. Me, I'm okay with it. Reminds me of an old boyfriend.
Also, Robot Cooper. Hello. Nice to see you.
Carchon had been shot. In his pocket, I found a ticket stamped Bateau de la Conciergerie. Taking the ticket meant I tampered with the evidence. There was no going back now.
Can we play with his willy?
I closed his eyes. It was the least I could do for the poor fellow.
Poor fellow. Some away. I think that's pretty much all we can see on the dead body.
A small round piece of glass had been cut out of the pane. This was a professional job. I didn't want to cut myself and leave blood on the glass. Call me old-fashioned, but I like to keep my DNA to myself.
Classic.
The killer must have used a ladder to reach the window. He was long gone. Guess he folded that ladder up, popped it in his pocket and took it with him.
So, Robot, what did you have for your lunch? Important questions here have been asked.
A bust of Pierre Carchon, humble servant of La France.
La France.
Pierre Carchon again. His eyes seemed to follow me around the room.
Fucking loves himself, this boy, yeah? Right.
The police could turn up at any minute. Somewhere there were clues to the murder, and I needed to find them. A Louis XIV table with an antique cloth. Imelda had taste. But hey, with a husband that rich, taste is easy. I reckoned that cloth might just turn out to be useful.
Oh, aye. Fits
Even
this.
my fingernail wouldn't fit into such a small hole.
You had nothing, you felt like shite and had a nap. So you had a nap for lunch. I fucking love a nap. I always get a nap in every day. And it makes me feel so much better. Do you feel better now that you've had your nap? I hope you do, pal.
Even my fingernail wouldn't fit into such a small hole.
We have... That is options. We have... to use an inventory item on a background object, click on that item and hold the mouse button. While continuing to hold the mouse button, drag the item over the hotspot and release it to... Yeah. I can't have to play point and clicks, mate. Hey!
Aha! Nico, you are just so damn good at this stuff. Instead of comforting Imelda, I was ransacking her flat. Why? Because there was something going on here, and I had to get answers before the cops arrived. And hey, she'd been rude to me, so she had it coming.
Aye, fuck her. Her husband's only been shot, so fuck him. She doesn't quite... She clearly doesn't give a fuck anyway.
Original, no doubt. The tapestry must have cost a fortune. Imelda had talent, but I certainly wasn't going to tell her that.
That's her on the phone to Papa John's.
It was a tube of acrylic paint. French ultramarine.
Getting herself a big fucking
Just
sausage
the
and
colour
pep
I was
belly.
after for my bathroom.
I'm sorry, I have to go. Someone is...
Oh, no stuffed crust left.
Young lady, what are you doing? Oh, this paint. It's my favorite color.
For God's sake, keep the damn stuff.
Ah, she's greeting now. We've got set her. Here, what's that? Oh, that's fine. We'll go. Hi, we'll speak to her.
Excuse me, madame.
Yes?
Right, okay.
I am so sorry for your loss, madame.
No, you're not. You're a journalist. Journalists don't feel sorry.
Not true.
We shall see.
How did your husband know my father?
I have no idea.
You didn't know him? Thierry Collard?
Pierre knew a lot of people I didn't know, most of them women.
Pinch your own arse. That's how you complete the game. Get the secret pinched arse ending.
Why would a mime want to kill your husband?
Pierre had plenty of enemies. Half the husbands in Paris for a start.
Why did your husband send for me? What did he want to discuss?
I have no idea. His business was his business.
He never told you anything.
No, and frankly, I preferred it that way. This is quite a scoop for you. I suppose you're already inventing the headlines.
Just because I am a journalist.
Don't patronize me. You're all cut from the same cloth. Do you have any moral sense at all?
Oh, we can be nice or bad. Let's be a cunter.
I certainly don't let it get in the way of a good story.
I admire your loyalty to your profession.
The police will be here soon, madame. Is there anybody you would like me to contact? Family, friends?
No, I have no family. Pierre and I were... He was all I had, really. Not much, was it? The dutiful wife. That was my role. He never talked, never let me in.
I know one thing, madame.
What?
If you want to find out who killed your husband, then you let me do the job, not the police.
Why? How do I know I can trust you?
Let's be a cunter.
Because you have no choice. The police will take weeks,
in which time your own life may be in danger.
What?
Believe me, this killer has struck before, and he will strike again. Who is to know that you are not next on his list?
I don't know.
All I need is a few more minutes to look around before the police come.
I think perhaps you do have a moral sense, of sorts. You're not a very good liar, Nico Collard, and I share your low opinion of the police. Here, take this. It's the key to the drawing room next to the library at the end of the hall. It was Pierre's room. I rarely went in there. I couldn't. I was too scared of what I might find.
It's all war made
Thank
out
you.
of flashlights.
I promise you won't regret this.
Broken sword said ACAB. Right. So we got cogs for arses.
There was no one I needed to phone. Not until I had solved this case.
Right, cool. So we can get into his secret wee study sort of thing. Room full of flashlights. We'll go in there.
The door was locked.
The door was locked.
Now we were getting somewhere.
Hold on. I was just seeing my phone was flashing up with some messages from Calbos Wagons, who is in the chat there, and it's just him taking a piss at me from yesterday's stream about the tomatoes. So there you go.
The painting showed the Cachons together, in love. As the poet said, the past is a different country. Or did I read that in a fortune cookie? There was the very faintest of clicks. Behind the picture was a safe.
I know I didn't see that button at all. It was this random click, you know. Just so happened I've clicked on that hidden button. Well, that looks like a funny key. Could be that. Shazam!
In the safe was some kind of artifact. There were strange symbols on its surface. It looked like the printer's blocks I'd made at art school. If there was one thing I'd learned about symbols, they are always important. But these symbols scratched into stone were impossible to read. I needed to find a way of printing them. At least the stone was round. But what could I use for ink? And what could I print on?
Maybe
sure, I was
we could
stealing,
use
but
the
I knew
paint.
Imelda didn't know about the artifact, and Carchon was past caring.
Fucking take that. Have a wee seat.
This wasn't the time for me to lie on the sofa doing my Marie Antoinette impression, though it is very popular at parties, especially with gay guys. Don't ask me why.
Artifact with a mouth full of old loads. It's a rubbery artifact here. It's a lassie's mouth. It looks like someone's just boofed right into that mouth.
As expected, the desk was yet another priceless antique. Yawn. The blotter and in tray had clearly been placed with mathematical precision. My heart skipped a beat. It was a carved elephant. But not just any carved elephant. It had been made by my father. I knew
Aw.
for certain because in my apartment I had its exact twin, carved into a box he had made. So Carchon had known my father. They really must have been friends. I decided to take the carved elephant. It clearly meant nothing to Imelda.
Fuck him, he's dead. He doesn't need it. Right. Let's paint in there.
I'd spread blue paint over the bottom of the tray. It was ruined. I was a very bad girl, but also quite a clever one.
And let's... Where's the fucking doodah? There you go. Do some rolling. Keep on
I
rolling,
rolled
baby.
the artifact in the paint until it was completely coated.
Is that paper?
I didn't need a sheet of blotting paper. Not while it was blank.
Alright, cool, so we can just, use that on there then.
Genius! The roller and the paint worked just as I planned. But what did it say?
It says... You are a cock.
It was some kind of coded message. It read, sub judice. I may not have learned a lot as a journalist, but that was a term I knew well. It means a legal case that is before the courts. Below it was a sequence of letters that made no sense. I suddenly realized there was a connection between the boat ticket and the coded message. The boat ticket was stamped Bateau de la Conciergerie. The conciergerie on the Ile de la Cité, by the river, housed the ancient law courts. So, sub judice could in this case mean literally under the law courts, below the conciergerie. I was pretty sure I'd found all I could here. And besides, all this opulence was making me pine for my regular life of poverty. This was a huge story. It was also one heck of a puzzle with a lot of pieces missing. But I was going to crack it. And if I could just remember the name of that fancy prize you get for being an ace journalist, I was definitely going to win it this time.
Tell you what, I'm enjoying this so much more than that fucking Angelo and Demon game. So much more. There's story, there's been wee puzzles that are not, they've not been difficult, they've been nice. The voice acting's so much better. Just that game was dreadful, man. What's happening in the chat? By the way, I was checking some spare keys that I have. You had a feeling that you had some broken sword ones. But you may have a few things that I may want to try. Oh, are they like kind of like point and click games, or because I don't mind like right into doing like kind of point and click games, and maybe even like some like indie games that might not necessarily just be like kind of point and click games. Might be right into them. But yeah, I mean, if there's any of the games that you've got there that you want me to fucking play in the stream and stuff, have a wee look. There's a free Broken Sword fan game on the Scum site. Might need to check that out actually. Unless you hate clowns. I do actually hate clowns. Broken Sword might actually have a lot to do with that, to be honest. I have not played Her Story. I've heard good things though. Dropsy is lovely. I'll check it out. I'll check it. Dropsy is terrifying. I'll check it out and I'll give you the official word on it if it is terrifying or if it's lovely. You'll DM them to me. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Locked. Not surprising, really.
Right, cool. Let's boost. Can I give her a wee update on what's going on?
Did you find anything useful?
This carving. Do you know anything about it?
It was Pierre's. What does the statue have to do with...
Please, I need to know.
He was given it by a friend. Something to do with Africa.
He never explained any more.
No. But I think it was important to him. Always on display. Why?
It was carved by my father.
Oh, I see. I didn't know.
Imelda, I will do everything I can to find the killer.
Thank you, my dear.
And if the police ask...
Don't worry. You were never here.
Sub judice was the key. I was going to have to find a way under the conciergerie. I decided to head straight for the quayside on the Ile de la Cité. If there was a way of getting under the conciergerie, it would have to be from there. Canchon wasn't the type for messing about on the river. He was up to something down here. Something that got him killed.
Tell you what, this looks fucking lovely. I'm just thinking, Scientologist, you watch Nightmare Mode Go, don't you? What time does he usually stream at? Because I don't want to overlap with him. Is it usually 6 o'clock he goes on at? Because I don't want to stream into his time.
An old boyfriend of mine owned a barge once. Dampest relationship I ever
I
had.
think it's 6 today.
In
Cool.
every way.
I won't, I'll finish before 6 o'clock.
The fence wouldn't move.
Does this fence move?
This fence wouldn't move either.
He tweeted a minute ago saying start an hour. Sound. It's Psychonauts Day. You've got a half an hour while he rages at tech issues. Yeah, that's the problem with like old games, it's just trying to get them to work properly.
It was the old boathouse for the conciergerie. If I was right about the meaning of subjudice, then the answer had to lie somewhere here on the quayside.
Excuse me. What's this wee felly?
The cross looked familiar. I'd seen it before. It was embroidered on the lace cloth I'd picked up at Carchon's apartment. I knew I was on the right track.
Sound. Can we go up here?
I wasn't leaving yet.
Nah.
I had a hunch there was more to find. pushing the fence, but it wouldn't move.
So that was
A
not moving either.
strange pair of locks stopped the latches from releasing the gate.
Oh, it's one of these kind of fucking puzzles. Oh no. Right, I'm shite at these. You must move the rectangular blocks so the latch can slide all the way across. So releasing the gate. So releasing the gate to open. Blocks move along their length, some vertically, some horizontally. To move a block, click it and drag it horizontally or vertically along the appropriate axis. Watch I get stuck here for fucking 2 hours now. Right, this one needs to move. I can't move. Oh, I can move that. Cat fuck. Can I? Told you I'm shy at these. I can't do anything here. So I need to free this up then. Hold on. If I put them up, they can go across. And drop that down. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, okay, hold on. Get that all the way down so I can pull that across. That way, up.
Whoops! One down.
Thank
One
fuck.
to go.
But then we've got another one to do. I know I said I was going to finish on Charlie later, but I'm in the mood for point and clicks now. Might grab full throttle. Yeah, I might grab full throttle at some point as well. You must move all the rectangular blocks so you can blah 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 blah. Yep, cool, we know. So that one's nearly all the way along anyway. So let's... Can't really do anything. That needs to go up. Cool, that. Maybe along. So these can get dropped down. That can fuck off. This needs to, there you go. Nope. Oh, for fuck's sake. I thought I had it there. Can I get that? So then... But I can't move that now then. Oh!
Nothing like a good convent education for honing your lockpicking skills.
Yes! Right. Full Throttle's class. Well, you'll be very upset to find that the main character of Full Throttle is in Angelo and Demon, which is a shy game. They fired him into it. The Dig. Oh man, I've heard good things about the Dig. I've never played it. Right. Let's
For a
fucking get
room
in.
full of junk, that was one very sophisticated lock system. This place was definitely fishy. In more ways than one.
It's awfully fucking fishy, eh? I could fucking tell you that for fucking free, eh? What's
I
this?
really didn't want to pull the fence back up and risk trapping myself in this place.
Why not?
Oops.
What's this?
An old shell case. I wondered what that was doing there.
Oh, that's tiny writing. Oh, so it's like legit, just like notes of what's happened. That's cool. That's very small writing.
The words sinister and Dexter were carved on either side. Now any good convent girl like me knows the old Roman for left, right. But what did it mean here?
I am assuming. I didn't mean to put it in
The
there,
hole
but
was too small even for my little hand.
I would have a look at it.
Rolling out the painted cylinder had given me a print of a secret message. It read, Sub Judice. Below it was a sequence of letters, S, D, S, S, D, S, S.
Paradigm is a good point and click, I'm sure. Fucking hell, man, like, for someone who says like, oh, I like point and clicks, that seems like I've barely played any. I need to have a wee look into that one as well. But so it was SDSS DSS. So S that click? S oh wait.
Nothing happened.
T S
Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
I think it might
Couldn't
need to
get my
be
hand in.
something in there, to be honest. Maybe this? Fucking hell.
Mystery solved. Carchon's stone cylinder
Nothing-
slotted into the hole with a
Nothing happened.
satisfying
Nothing
click.
happened. Nothing happened. Put the flashlight in. It draws all its energy from moldy old spunk. S.
A satisfying click told me I turned it to the right position. It felt like tumblers in a safe.
D.
Another click. Another step closer.
S. S. D. S. S.
I love the sound of locks clicking open.
Shazam! Cool. Can we get our wee doodad now?
I removed the stone cylinder.
You certainly did, Hen. You certainly did. Right. Right, what's this? What's this? Nothing happened.
Oh my god! The slab came down with a hell of a force.
That's you locked in, hen. Not gonna get it ever again.
With nothing to hold it up, the cross dropped back down again.
Okay, so we need to prop that open with something.
Lifting the cross closed the entrance door, and also opened some kind of stone panel. Ingenious.
This fucking thing again? Yes, using the flashlight again.
The stone cross was propped up. Now I was getting somewhere.
The multi-use flashlight
I
coming
touched the slot.
in. Well, good.
Nothing bad happened, which was good. I've always been attached to my fingers. This slot was designed for something specific. But what?
How specific are we talking about? There's nothing else I can interact with. This key? Nah. This key? Nah. An elephant? A shell?
Shame. The shell case was too wide.
What about crushing it?
I took the stone cylinder.
Okay, no wait, hold on. Lift that. Didn't work. Cool. Why is that not?
I touched the slot. Nothing bad happened, which was good. I've always been attached to my fingers. This slot was designed for something specific. But what?
You can do all this shite Simon the Sorcerer's. Rather, the thing is, like, they're probably better than Angelo and Demon. So it'd probably be
I
enjoyable.
removed the shell case.
Right, that didn't do anything, did it? No, it didn't. Oh, what about? Ah, see, there you go. See, that's good. Fucking tricking you into thinking that that's the solution. That's good. Boof. Right, that's you away, mate. You won't find that in Angelo and Demon.
The stone slab had flattened one end of the shell case.
And then we need to HUD it up. And skadoosh. And skadoosh.
Even partially flattened, the shell case was still too wide.
Oh, for fuck's sake. It's still a bit too wide. Maybe something with that, we put it underneath.
I took the stone cylinder.
No. Oh wait, no, I'm not lifting it for yet. Silly me. No. What's it say about the door?
No way would I be able to force the door open.
Back on the
I
floor.
touched the slot. nothing bad happened, which was
Yeah.
good. I've always been attached to my fingers.
I think
This
that's what we need
slot
to
was
do.
designed for something specific. But what? I removed the shell case.
Like maybe she'll put it down like a different angle or something like that, so it kind of rounds it off or something. No.
No. No. No.
No.
No.
No.
No.
No.
No.
No.
No.
No. Get in the boat and fuck off.
Moving a skiff would only damage it more.
So you're saying try the hair clip in the hole? Yeah, give that a shot. It'd be wild if it is and they just like that was all just to kind of proper throw you off. Nah.
I touched the slot. Nothing bad happened, which was good. I've always been attached to my fingers. This slot was designed for something specific. But what? Even partially flattened, the shell case was still too wide.
So that's too wide. Maybe this is a card. Ah,
I took the stone cylinder.
maybe there's something in the elephant. No, fucking hell, that would mean pretty good if it was hollow. What the fuck could it be? Have I missed something out here?
I'd already unlocked the door.
Yeah, because I got the thing from there. Your dad's ghost just pops out. Oh! What you doing? Put me back! I just want to be inside an elephant. That's all I ever wanted. Fuck's sake.
The artifact slotted into the hole perfectly. Behind the old walls, I could hear some kind of mechanism groaning into life, but whatever had been triggered had now jammed.
So why did I need to do that? I didn't think it was going to be like... Well, they said the shell was too wide for it, and surely that's fucking wider than
The
the...
gap was too thin for me to get a grip. I needed something thin enough to prise the door open.
That's when we probably need this.
I removed the shell case. The cross didn't drop back down. Some kind of mechanism was holding it up.
So that's why we needed to do that. Possibly, anyway. There you go. That's why. Okay.
Another good use for a shell case. Another secret room. Somebody had something to hide. But was it what I was looking for? Wow. Through the darkness, I could see that this was a stateroom. But for what purpose? And how did it tie in with Carchon?
Get the fucking big light on. Can he fucking see? Where's the switch for the big light? Is that there?
Amazing.
There you go.
The thing
There's
still
a big
worked.
light.
The room lit up bright as day.
What's that?
Turning the lights off wasn't going to help.
Oh, okay.
That was more sensible.
So we've got some doodads over here.
That wasn't going to help.
Oh, do you know
A
what it is?
door like that always has something important behind it. I had to find a way to unlock it.
Okay, so that's just like a lock. We'll try the safe one. No. Try the one for the room. Nah. Oh, that's like combine. Fuck it, we'll give that a wee go. The classic. Nah. Must be something that's hidden here then. That's how we look around.
I wasn't going to find anything in this old desk. It hadn't been used for years.
Gotta go and check 20 desk drawers now. Well, it's gotta be in one of these drawers. What did you say
I
about that?
wasn't going to find anything in this old desk. It hadn't been used for years.
Well, I might have a key for the fucking hingy. With an attitude like that, you're not gonna find out.
The flags had faded, but their message was still pretty clear. Fascist regalia. A message of hate.
Oofed. Time to fucking bash the fash. Bash, bash, bash the fash.
The flags had faded.
Right. Fucking.
Fascist regalia.
So your man, the fucking. They got murdered, he was a big fascist cunt, was he? Big fash lover. Bash them fash. I was typing that. Oh, love to bash a fash, mate.
Inside the drawer, I found a note written in some kind of code.
Boot down the doors. The note has been written using a substitution cipher. This means that a different symbol has been used to represent each letter of the alphabet. So it's wanting me to fucking translate that now, isn't it? To correct the code, you must correctly match all the symbols to their corresponding letters. Highlight a symbol, then highlight a corresponding letter. If you make a mistake, click the go back button or to step back. Or you can reset the whole puzzle by clicking on the reset button. Right. Daddy. The first thing I want to think is you go for the smaller letters, small words, because that could be the, that could be off, and sort of stuff like that. So let's say That one there is T. H is going to be that one. And E is going to be this fella. But is this going to have like a bit of French put into it? Vowels are always key. Yeah, I suppose. Because if it is going to be French in it, you're fucking. Where's this cunt? There. Right, fucking definitely not then. Definitely not. Maybe that. Maybe actually, no, wait, hold on. Maybe that's O. No, it's not going to be. Nothing's going to end with O. A. Maybe that's N. Where's the fucking... I'll lose track of where all these symbols are. That seems like the most logical thing so far. I don't believe it'll have French. That would be mad. Well, that might be a kiss. I mean, they're not going to really help. It's probably only one X. So that seems like it's off for me though. Unless that's no. I feel like it's wrong. I definitely feel like some of this is wrong though. See, to me that looks like it says town. You know? But O's been taken. But I mean that's how it looks as a word. As it's written down. I'm really convinced to just like try to find the word "the" is going to help me. Nah, fucking definitely not. Oh my days. Well, fuck that off and see if there's anything around the room that's going to help me with this.
It was pretty clear from the lack of dust that someone had been working very recently at this desk. Oh my god. The sheet was a printout with my personal information. Everything from my favorite food to my waist size. They were right about chocolate. But come on, guys, I'm a size 10. There was even a picture of me, taken with a telephoto lens. Carchon wouldn't have taken these pictures himself. This was big. And organized. I was part of it. And people were getting murdered. The dregs at the bottom of the mug hadn't dried out or gone moldy. It wasn't more than a day old.
Very recent.
This was the article I'd written about the costume killer. My suspicions were right. Carchon had cut it out. 2 businessmen had been killed. One in Italy, one in Japan. In each case, the killer had worn a costume. A penguin, and then a snowman. But that wasn't the only link between the 2 murders. Both the victims had been big media do-gooders, and I proved they were just the opposite. So, how did they fit in with Carchon? My articles about the costume killer.
Okay. There really isn't anything else, is there? I need to fucking try and decipher that thing, don't I? I mean, who... That was in there, so that could be a letter to Carson. So that could be the... actually, that could just say Carson. Color... No, it's not going to be that at all. As the third and the last letter are the same. Yeah, there's no double letter. Off and to, or and to. Ah, yeah, like this. That's off, and that's got to be off, isn't it? And then F is going to be that. That made 2. That may be a T for that fella. It might not be O. It might not be an F though. Because what would that be? That might be 2 and 2. Actually, Let's try that again. T for that one. O for that fucking triangle felly. There you go. Yeah, because I've got another 2 there. Then that one might be a F. That's going to be an L. Then that spells follow. Where the fuck is... There you go. That's got to be a W. I just spent half the time looking for the fucking... There. Then that could be... fall. Could be a N. Be fucking. Have I got H? No, I don't. It looks like an N. Looks like an N. Looks like an N. There you go. No. So what was that one there? That was H. So that's not going to be H. What's happening in the chat? Yeah, see, I thought it'd be who, but that would make sense there. Then the 2-letter ending in T. Oh, the who thing was before you changed it. Ah, okay. So is that an A? Full at the start. That might be an A. Because then that might not be fall. So let's go with... Oh wait, that wasn't that one. It's that one. So yeah, because you got and, you got at. That's going to be a H, because that's going to be than. Yeah, because then that's who. That makes more sense. That might be a U, so it'll be full. U with... No, but that makes her un. What could that be then? Oh yeah, pig. That could be a G, so it says goth. To follow something then. And to... or it could be both. Yeah, let's give that a wee shot. Where the fuck is it? It's like a wee... There you go. I think that's an I. Oh wait. No, it can't be. I think your A is I. What one was fucking A again? I legit can't remember what symbol was A, and looking at it doesn't make sense now. Oh, it was like the N sort of thing, wasn't it? Four from last symbol, so yeah, it was that one. So then that's got to be A. The kind of R looking one. I think that makes more sense. I'm happy with the F. Yeah, because that's all off. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with O. L I'm happy with. I'm happy with that. So this one here, what could that be? Did we try U for it? Yeah, okay. But then into something to wait. This is some fucking puzzle. Right, what other vowels do we have? We've got E that's left. No, that doesn't make sense. So I've got a lot of these ones. So everyone comes up quite a lot. I think that makes sense. Yeah. That's going to be G, isn't it? So G for that one. That one's going to be an R for together. That's going to be P for Pierre. What fucking time is it? Right, okay. I think after we solve this, we'll come off. So we don't cut into nightmare mode goes stream. That's going to be I thought it's going to be an N, so urgent. But can it be? I mean, it has. Well, we'll take the N out, and then we'll replace it with this W-looking one. Then that would be S. Appear, full report to follow, but this is too urgent to wait. Arno, that's going to be D. Arno and fucking someday are both dead. This is not a coincidence. I needed it. Seems. Yep, seems. All of us who came together in somewhere are in danger. Take care. So the other ones we got left, there's none of them. None of them. Right, we've got two of them, so that's Jamada. Jamada. Oh fuck, what did I just do there? What the fuck did I just do there? I didn't do anything, did I? No, I didn't. Oh, that may be Yamada. Because it was Japanese, wasn't it? It was Italian and Japanese. So... in July? Yeah, because I fucked that up, didn't I? That's that. That is... S. PR full report to follow, but yeah, right, then that motherfucker.
I have decrypted the note.
Oh, you fucker!
Here.
That
Full
took
report
ages.
to follow. But this is too urgent to wait. Arno and Yamada both dead. This is not a coincidence. Indeed, it seems that all of us who came together in July are in danger. Take great care. X.
Thank you very much.
I wasn't the only one to make the connection between the costume killer murders. I'd been right all along. That was why he had asked to meet me. But what did I know that he didn't?
Yeah, and we'll call it at that. Oh wait, are we? No, not really. Yeah, we'll call it that. We will. Yeah. Exactly. Oh, right. Aye. We will. Yeah, we'll quit. We'll save and quit there. Thank you very much for coming along. It was a bit of a weird stream with how terrible that game is. So I'm gonna go and refund that. I'm gonna refund that right now. It was really, really bad. And tomorrow we're off, but we're back on Thursday, where we will pick up Broken Sword. I'm going to play around with the settings and stuff and try and get it looking better in the stream instead of having like a black border around it, because that doesn't look really nice. I'll make it look nice, make it look ripping for yous. Try and get the subtitles sorted as well, so it's not like for ants. That would be nice. And then we'll carry on with Broken Sword, because even this so far has been much, much more enjoyable than what Angel and Demon has been. And I can't believe I've seen that game come up in the videos like the best point and clicks of recent times, some fucking shit like that anyway, and that was on there. Shite. Gotta be a mod, as you said. I went to Steam and I looked for if there's a workshop for it. There's not. So as Vixen said, it's to do with the resolution, so I'm going to play around with that, or just even see if people who have streamed this recently or streamed it in the past, kind of how they had it set up and stuff, if they've made any changes to it and stuff, kind of copy what they've got. I fucking love Broken Sword. Yeah, Broken Sword's fucking great. Second one's ripping as well. It'd be nice to try and remember, see actually how much of my memory kind of plays into this, because this is all new. I've never played any of this part, but it'd be nice to see once it kicks off with the bombing, and that you play as George. It'd be nice to see how much I remember of that. Aye, when it kicks off at the cafe. Just need to set a magnifier across the top. Aye, just get like a big telescope pointing right at the top for the subtitles. It's a great opener. It is a great opener. It's like a proper just like boom, like, well, no pun intended, but boom, fucking right there you are. Fucking try and get your wits around you and try and figure out why the fuck has this place been bombed and stuff. This definitely feels much slower, especially having that puzzle there, the cipher thing, because that's a puzzle that's not designed to be solved within seconds. That's one that you have to try and like figure out for quite a while. It's definitely slower, but it does work as a director's cut. That's good to know. That's really good to know, actually. But I think this is going to be the better one to do. And once we've done this, we'll move over onto Broken Sword 2. But should have had it as a flashback when George is about, when he first comes over. Yeah, like I'm trying to think where this plays into it. Like, man, like I must have been, fucking, I don't know, well, however old I would have been when the PlayStation 1 came out, when I played that. I would have been a wee boy, and I can barely remember anything. The only things I really remember this game is the goat near the end, which was a piss take, absolute, like, unneeded. The catacombs I remember the drunk Geordie that's on the train to Scotland at the end. I remember near the end a wee bit. I think I remember something about a hospital. That's it. The goat isn't near the end, by the way. Is it not? I thought it was near the end. I remember going to you go to Syria in this one, don't you? Ireland is the second country. Oh fuck yeah! You go to the pub, don't you? Right, there's more coming back now. Right, we'll call it now. I need to go get my dindins and stuff and try and get shit sorted. But thank you very much for coming along. The sneezing lad. I don't remember the sneezing lad. Right, anyway. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. Thank you very much for sticking around, especially after the rocky start and stuff. It just means I love yous even more. And I hope yous have a good day tomorrow. Hope you have a good evening tonight. And I'll see yous on Thursday. And I might even have a new microphone by then. But we'll just have to fucking see, don't we? Right, love yous. Stay safe, keep warm. Say hi to Nightmare Mode Go for me. Because I probably won't be on till maybe later on in his stream. But say hello to him for me. And I love yous. Stay warm. Love yous.
Thank you.